nervousness will pass. All the stones that are thrown are building up a wall. I have become conversation to this world. I have become conversation.
Just a grudge race in a way with that 69 Chevelle, my friend's Chevelle.
Yeah.
It went 870s.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of 890s, 90s. But we won. This is when Super Street was just starting, and the two fastest guys were running 850s and 870s, and we didn't stand a chance against them. But the one guy took the slower guy took the quicker guy out, and then we went up against him in that, and the guy blew the rear end on the pass. So I won.
Nice.
So $1,000.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
So when was that?
Oh, back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably 94 for that one.
To my girl. Too heavy, too light, too black or too white, too wrong or too right. Today or tonight.
Okay.
Come on in.
Awesome.
This is my humble workshop.
Yes.
It's I'm in the process of changing the camshaft in the engine. So that's the old one sitting there. And I was hoping to have the new one in actually Saturday, but I was a little bit busy.
Yeah.
So we'll move the streetcar out.
Well, you can probably leave it in here if you want. We don't really need a bunch of room, do we?
That's
It's kind of nice to sit down and
Okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
for all the times can take.
Okay.
Regardless of the balance, life has become cumbersome. Too heavy, too light, too black or too white, too wrong or too right. Today or tonight, cumbersome. Too rich or too poor, she's wanting me less and I'm wanting her more. The bitter taste is cumbersome. No, yeah, no, no,
That car.
She calls me Goliath and I wear the David mask. I guess it's stone. With ancient plans, but my old stone face can't seem to break her down. She remembers bridges, burns them to the ground. I have become calm.
Yeah, normally the trailer's on the other side of the driveway, but for the winter, we put it here.
Yeah, there you are.
To my girl. Too heavy, too light, too black or too white, too wrong or too right, today or tonight. Cumbersome. Too rich or too poor, she's wanting me less and I'm wanting her more. The bitter taste is cumbersome. No.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here today with Stan and his daughter Sammy. We're married, I guess, or we're married.
Yeah,
Anymore, so.
yeah, close enough.
Stan has, of course, won our limited class 2 years in a row now. Multiple wins throughout both years. Thanks for having us, guys. We're a nice heated shop, so as you can see, the car is apart for the winter maintenance, I guess. So yeah. So Stan, you had a long racing career.
Absolutely.
Had many cars. Tell us about them.
Well, I started out racing basically because of a friend of mine, Steve Oakley. He said he's going to race his car at the track, a 68 Camaro, and I had a 70 Chevelle at the time. And I must admit, I couldn't touch him. He was pretty quick. My Chevelle was mid-12s and his Camaro was bottom 12s. So I thought I'd fight fire with fire, and I bought a Camaro. And that's how I stayed with the Camaro to go quick and a Chevelle for around on the street.
Yeah.
But between that first Camaro, got it to go 1080 way back probably early 80s, and then it became like a love-hate thing. I wanted to keep racing and I didn't want to keep racing. And through the course I had other Chevelles, other Camaros, and I had a 68 Camaro for many years, this one blue one, and quickest that car went was 930s. And this one here, now this is the quickest car I've ever owned. It's certainly an 8-second car, and I just don't want to say how quick it's really gone, but I can tell you that some people are going to find out coming up this summer.
Yeah. So how long have you been racing? How many years?
Oh God, I've been racing. I started racing in 1978. So if you want to do the math,
Yeah.
it's been going on 40 years, and I don't know. I always like the challenge. It used to be doing more with less. So back then you couldn't just go and buy a cylinder head and put it on. I built a flow bench and ported the cylinder heads and tuned the engine and porting the intake and all this. Now you can buy virtually everything already done for you, which is great, mind you. But that was the philosophy before, and now, well, it's just a pocketbook.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to buy this and I would like to buy that, but you have to stop.
Yeah.
You just enjoy what you got and then go from there.
So tell us who you are. Tell us what you do when you're not racing.
Well, when I'm not racing, I'm trying to keep my son and keep his room clean.
Yeah.
My daughter Sammy here, I'm really proud of her. She's really come a long way. She's bettering herself. I'm a father, married, divorced, became an electrician because I wanted to work on my car. I didn't want to work on cars all day and then work on my car. So working with electrical equipment, well, that was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And well, cars need electricity to run.
Yeah.
So what better way to learn about it
Yeah.
than doing that? And worked at General Motors. I had a lot of fun there working as a liner repair electrician. Then retired from there and got a part-time job, and I'm enjoying life.
Yeah, that's good.
So can't complain.
No. So what got you into all this stuff? Who got you into all this stuff?
My friend Wayne Goodman was the guy that was the first guy that I wanted to try and beat on the street. And it was because of Wayne, and he doesn't live that far from here.
No.
Because of Wayne that I went faster and faster. And guess what he had for a car that I couldn't beat? A Camaro. And I was trying to beat him with a 66 Chevelle. And he just would, he ate me alive.
Yeah.
But between working on my own cars, I also helped a friend of mine, Ron Moquin. He had many fast cars. And he had a nice 66 Chevelle that, I got to stand on the bumper more than once.
Yeah.
It was a bottom 9-second car. 69 Chevelle with the 509 went mid-high 8s, and that was a real nice car. So I helped them quite a bit, and we've kept in touch and so on too. So, but that was the guy that got me into it, was Wayne Goodman, and then my nemesis Steve Bulkley.
Yeah.
And Steve is a very intelligent man, and he would not tell you anything. Steve, help me with your rear end. He'd throw down a shop manual. Here, do it yourself. Steve, how do you do this? Here, build this flow bench right out of CarCraft magazine.
Yeah.
That'll keep you busy. And between the very first flow bench and you have several different versions of it, you learn quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
So where all of you raced? Have you just stayed in Ontario? Have you gone stateside? Have you gone anywhere else? Or?
No, I've just stayed in Ontario.
Yeah.
Mostly the home track has been Toronto Motorsports Park.
Mm-hmm.
I've raced a little bit at Shannonville, very infrequently. I've tried Luskville. That's about as far east, I guess, that I've gone. Certainly gone to Grand Bend, but very infrequently as well. So I would like to try a little bit more, but we'll have to see.
See how it goes, yeah. So what you got planned for Sammy in the car?
Well, I want to get her butt planted in that car.
I plan on it. I
And
also
she plans
plan
on
on
it.
Yeah.
Get her to race it to enjoy the racing. She's already been learning quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I did race this
Yeah.
summer a little bit.
Yeah.
At Arm Drop.
Oh, yeah,
Arm
yeah,
Drop
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I got my first taste of it. It went well.
That's good.
Yeah, I do have some videos of that. It's actually quite comical. I come off as a Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell her what to do. But she doesn't know, right?
No.
But she did well.
Well, she comes over and races with you anyway, so she kind of knows.
Oh yeah, she kind of knows that part. And she knows, she knows all the fundamentals, but just actually experiencing it, driving in the car. All she needs to do is drive the car. And as she drives the car, her confidence will become higher and higher, because the very first time she cracked it, it was like, whoa, like this.
Yeah.
Because it sets her back a little bit, and then when things go wrong, well, she got some experience with that too.
Yeah.
It was quite funny. I don't want to get into that
Yeah.
here, but she did really well.
I managed.
She managed. Yeah.
So how far do you want to go with your racing? You want to just stay with the other
Well,
car and get this one? Or?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I've been going with my dad to every event this year, and most of them last year. And like, I plan on going to college for automotive actually.
Oh, nice.
So I actually have to apply for that next month. So through that, I'll learn how the car works.
Yeah.
And I can really understand how to drive it then.
So you're a driver.
Oh yeah. Well, in my mind's eye, I like to see Sammy get used to the street car, and although I have to hold it back because it's a quick car in its own right, she will eventually graduate to that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let her take all the glory. I
No.
still want to drive it too.
Yeah.
I don't care how old I get, as long as I can drive it. I still want to keep, get behind the wheel every so often.
Yeah.
But it'll be great for me as a dad to watch her drive that car too.
So I'll have a trophy wall as large as my dad's
There
one
you go.
day.
There you go.
Working on it.
So the next 5 years, you gonna be the crew chief, she's gonna be the pilot, or what's gonna happen?
Eventually,
Yeah.
probably in 2-3 years, there will be a transition period.
Yeah.
I'll get behind the seat every once in a while, and but it all depends how things go.
Yeah.
How the part-time job is, how everything is at home.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to see her have some fun.
That's cool.
And believe it or not, my son even said he wants to try driving the
Oh, yeah?
fast car. So I said, okay, good luck with that. Because he thinks his 3.8 V6 is kind of quick.
Yeah.
So wait till he gets to. Well, he's been in the street car, and he knows it's quick. So it'll be actually quite fun to watch him. So just like I'm watching her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been racing for many years. What's the most memorable thing that sticks out in your mind right now?
I think the most memorable thing that I remember about the racing was the one weekend at Cayuga. It was Toronto Motorsports Park, and so this is back in the 80s though, is when I won the Saturday night and the Sunday, and I paid in American funds, and I took home $2,600 Canadian.
Wow.
And that was a lot of fun. That's the most memorable moment that I've got with the racing. Like for excellence and being the #1 winner in both Saturday and Sunday. I've won every so often with my friend's car, 69 Chevelle. We won a Super Street event, and little Ricky Carlos was there.
Oh yeah.
And this other fella, Blah Blah. And that's his nickname.
Yeah.
And Ricky's car was quicker than Blah Blah's, which was a 67 Chevelle. But boy, Blah Blah could drive.
Yeah.
And he knocked out Ricky. And then it was Blah Blah and I. And the rear end broke, and I won the race.
Yeah.
So that was $1,000 race. And that was great. It was. And now, this is the thing that I like about your series, the OSO, is that you don't know what's going to happen. And just like it's a heads-up race, it's not bracket racing. Bracket racing is great. I do thoroughly enjoy it, but that's why I stuck with your series for last year and this year. I want to have Sammy run the streetcar now and enjoy that, and I'm just going to take a sideline with my car. Just going to bracket race it. So.
Yes. So tell us about the car. Everybody sees it. Nobody really knows too much about it. It does have some secret side into it, but
Well,
what can you tell us about it?
I can tell you that I bought the car from a fella that bought it from a guy named Digby. Digby built the car. Came from the Trenton area, and the car has seen mid 7-second times with that fella owning it. And when I first wanted to go fast again, have a quick car, I saw pictures of this car and I tried to buy it. Guy wouldn't sell it to me. He ended up selling it to another guy, and then I abandoned the idea for a while. Then I went back, tried to find it again. And a fella said, this is the guy's name. I went on the internet, which is a wonderful thing. Found the guy where he works. Called him up. He says, yeah, I'll sell it.
Nice.
I bought the car.
Yeah.
So I went through the car, redid the transmission, put my own engine in it, rear end and so on, all new Lexan, rebuilt the car, rewired the car, hit the front to back, whichever way. And well, it was a big deal to do all that, but that was in the winter of 2016, towards the summer. So I wanted an 8-second car, and that's what I got. Very first pass, I said to my friend Dave, I'm not going to step on it. I'm just going to crack it a bit. Well, I ended up stepping on it. And I let up at around the 1,000-foot mark and went 880 on the very first pass at about 140 or something like that. And it was great. So I get back, my friend says, I remember a conversation we had. Oh yeah, sorry Dave, I had to step on it.
Yeah.
But the car itself is 68 Camaro, Ford 9-inch. It's a big tire car. It's a 16533 on it, Hoosier. It's got a aftermarket block in it, big AM. It's 540, 30 over. solid roller. It will have a Steve Morris cam in it for this summer coming up, which I'm hoping to pick up even more. New fuel system I had put in it, Automotive A1000 fuel cell, and it has some unique electronics in it as well, and of course it was supercharged and running a Pro Charger in it. Right at the end it was an F1A, and I hope to further that along with switching from a serpentine belt to a cog belt, and between that and the work I'm doing on the intake and so on, we'll see if it goes any quicker or not.
Yeah. Hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
I'm going to swing as hard as I can, and I hope it knocks it out of the ballpark.
So you've been with us for 2 years now. You've pretty much seen everybody that's out there. Who can give you a run, you think?
Well, right at the very end, I always thought about Dave Jackson. His car was capable of giving me a good run, if not winning, and I really mean that. Now, but Dave had so much trouble, and one gremlin after another, it just never happened. Now, I did have off the record talk with him, and his car was certainly fast enough to beat me, but we never raced. So maybe down the road, maybe this summer, the one time I bring the car out, maybe I'll race him for a grudge race or something like that. But that was the only guy. Now, I tried to race a couple other guys from the OSO. They would have given me a good run, if not beat me. But they were lucky. They ended up not racing me. Maybe I was lucky. I don't know. But that's the way that went.
Well, we were at Dave's yesterday, and he feels the same. He wants a shot at you too. So it's,
Well, I'm going to give him that shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him that shot.
Wants it, so.
He deserves it. He, his car is a first-rate car, but when you have a lot of gremlins and things go wrong, I mean, you can't race.
No.
So, I'll be patient. I'm sure he's going to get his shit together, and it'll be good. I mean, his car's going to be a quick car. So.
And you guys want to add? Sandy, want to add anything?
Oh, I had a blast the last 2 summers.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
I'm glad to be there, just helping out with the car. Learned a bunch of stuff. Met a bunch of people. So I'll be back next year.
That's good.
Yeah, hopefully Sammy is going to be my backup girl when I run this car. She hasn't done that yet because I had issues with the 4-link, and she was always taking videos of it. But if I was ever to graduate, if you want to call it that, and do some grudge racing with the car, then I definitely need help with the car, setting it in its tracks and everything else. Can I make the car fast enough to do some serious grudge racing? Probably not, but some entry-level stuff, have a little bit of fun, I'd be okay with that. Not going to win, but on the outside chance that somebody makes a mistake. Because I watched the guys and watched the videos when they went to, was it Empire? When the Street Outlaws? I mean, those guys were out of their league. Yet they were there, they raced them, they had fun. And that's, I'd like to do that too.
Well, that's what we're going to try to do again this year. Try to get some more of those guys together and have a big grudge of some sort. So make something happen.
Well, hopefully my car will be 100%. It should be pretty quick. If it's quicker than my buddy Jack, his Malibu, I don't know. But there's a guy I want to race for a steak dinner and $100. That's what he keeps on saying. So actually, he doesn't know what's coming. I'm gonna keep it at that.
So I guess that's it.
falling around. Time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm at your blind. Such a pleasant stay. But now it's time for me to go.